Oh man. 35.2. So far so good, just started. Come to a beautiful sign here. This is a ski trail and it links soon to Dolly Cop Campground. The trail is pleasantly mild, definitely uphill, but very easy going relatively. And it's not that far. It's not a great expanse. Oh, deer? From the parking lot, I've been seeing squirrel, mouse, maybe vole, rabbit print. But just now, as I get back in here to these little brooks, I'm seeing what I think is bear prints coming right down the trail. And possibly bobcat. That's a tricky one to make a positive ID, but I think that might be what that one was. The bear prints stop right here. There's a whole bunch of them right there. So hopefully I'm leaving his territory. Looks like an intersection. Oh yeah, looks like the right intersection for the tent site. Maybe the snow fell day before yesterday or the day before that. It's nice, soft yet crunchy. All right, I must be almost there. I keep saying that. The snowball effect happens when you have moisture in the snow, like wet snow. Quarter-mile sign. Oh my goodness, the sun has dipped in the cloud behind the mountain over there, and it's only 2:30. I'm still not there, but I just looked backwards and saw across the street those peaks over there would be probably the Carters. A little bit more uphill now, and I'm smiling to myself because the bobcat tracks, what I believe is, go right here. Some of them are quite clear. And of course I'm looking to see claw marks because that way you could rule it out and know you're back to fox or dog. But I don't see any. Wow, it says Mount Madison is only 2.5 miles from here. Good to know. Good to know. To my left, the sign says Great Gulf Wilderness. That must be the boundary. Back to that sign in the middle, and then over to my right, I see the welcome campsite sign with the rules. Behind the sign, it's gold and orange. It's better than it looks in my camera. I'm here. I haven't found all the platforms yet, but have to get warm and dry, so I have a little bit of sweating today. Do that first. I'll report back. Ah, all the things. All the things. Ooh, it is beautiful. It's one of those where you just can't quite get it with the camera, but you don't often think about the panorama naturally including Mount Washington, the Wildcats, and the Carters, but that's what it looks like from this vantage point because you're looking that way, kind of south-ish. I can still hear the occasional truck down on the road, and that doesn't bother me at all because the trade-off is I have good cell service, and that's great. That means I can text with my family a lot more often, and it makes me feel just totally different than when I'm isolated and relying on the occasional text with that satellite communicator Garmin thing. Good. Good. Okay. Well, the last of the orange glow just faded into light blue and gray. So I might need to find my headlamp soon. I'm hustling to get my camp set up, but it is still so nice because 30 degrees is luxury compared to my last camp where it got down into the single digits. And I'm really appreciating it. First of all, I'm trying a new jug. Instead of my Nalgene plastic, I got this GSI Outdoors Microlight, so it's like a tin can. It's insulated, but very light, so it's maybe heavier than a Nalgene, but it's lighter than my Yeti. This morning, I put boiling water into it instead of cold water, and it's living in this neoprene thing, and this will stay with me in my sleeping bag. It's dark now, and I have to make my dinner. And in the books I've been reading about how to winter camp, they cook pretty close to their tent. But here in New Hampshire, the general rule is don't cook at your tent site. Go to a common area or a little bit away from your tent. So I think I'll do that. It's a little bit late for the tour. I'll have to do that tomorrow morning. I found the fire ring covered in snow, as are all of the twigs. And it's really dark now, so I think I missed the boat on that. Also, it's just difficult to find a place to sit over there, and I decided after wasting time doing that to go with the winter rule and just cook next to my tent. Stars coming out, light breeze, temperature dropping. It's 27 degrees now, and I'm hungry. Tonight's gourmet meal will be mac and cheese with extra protein. There's a light. Do you think someone's coming? Called husband. It's nice to know I can make a call from here. And he said, don't worry. It's probably like a car down there or just somehow light way down toward the valley. And it doesn't seem to be moving. I can't hear any voices. I mean, I don't know. Somehow it makes me realize like, hey, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, you know. Aside from that, no worries. It's clear. I need to take some night pictures. There's just no view, so we'll be limited. I see stars, but also trees. That's what I have to do. A few little nighttime chores here, and then into the warm sleeping bag. It's fine. I kind of wish I was up on the ridge right above tree line, but that would probably be a lot more dangerous camping. And sometimes a very big and scary gust of wind comes through here. So I imagine up there it would be very windy. I saw a falling star, but I didn't get a picture of it. It's 7:30. I'm in the sleeping bag. The little lights in the distance don't seem to be moving. So maybe I just got a little scared there for nothing. I mean, not that people are that scary. It was just a startling thing. But there's some gusts of wind. That will be the biggest issue, I guess. Mostly just hearing it. Oh well. Guess it's time for the old book. The wind is scary, but I guess what's happening is it comes down the mountain and like kind of misses me. It goes over the treetops and then it rolls on down the mountain. "35 degrees. Feels very warm." One of the amazing things that happens in this neighborhood is the alpenglow. The sun rises from the east, and then the light curls around and touches onto these mountain summits, Mount Washington, Jefferson, Adams, Madison. And it's trying so hard to happen. It's kind of a light apricot gold right now with some puffy clouds, mostly clear. It's really beautiful, but there's just so many trees. I thought I might get up really early and go up like a mile to get to the ridgeline, but that's not happening. I just have to be there already. It would be my dream to camp where I could wake up and watch that without having to hike another mile. The sun is coming up. Good morning. Sure is nice to see the campground bathed in sunlight. I would like to do the little look around soon, since I missed out on that yesterday. But food might come first. And they're numbered kind of in reverse. So as you enter, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You come in this way. The first bear box over here was that tiny little one with the nice buffer. The big one where I stayed, and then the fire, and then here starts going uphill And these three all seem to have buffers. And this one, I never even made it back that far. This is the first bear box you see as you enter the area. And it's very woody. The platform is extra small, but it has a nice buffer. The next campsite over would be the one I stayed at, and then the others are beyond. The tent site I used was the one pretty much right in the middle of this line of camping places, and I liked it. There is the privy, right in the middle of camp, because right over there is where the fire ring is. The lump there to the left is the fire ring covered in a bit of snow and places to sit on a big log. Didn't really uncover all the snow, nor did I make a fire because I arrived a bit late and it was kind of windy. And then I think we continue uphill. Here's another one. You can see Mount Washington. Mount Washington is so cool. I guess you come to think that if you live in New Hampshire, but it's our biggest mountain. There is a second bear box here. Very nice. I've been coming uphill, and here's another one. Nice sized platform. And oh boy, I think there might be one more. Oh my goodness. Okay, if there is one more, it's a ways up there. You'd have solitude. I'm not going any farther. Yeah, so looking at the map again, I did miss whatever, that furthest one back. There is where the entrance sign is, and right here is water, beautiful water. That's it for the campground tour, and I guess I'll be on my way. It's comforting to see my own footsteps. And today I get to go downhill. Hooray! I would really like to know what I'm talking about with these animal tracks, but here just now I come to fresh prints and they are different than the bobcat prints, and I think this would be a fox. So I'm going to take some pictures of these. It's more of a diamond shape, okay? The print is different, and I'll be looking for the claw marks. Let me see. I'm back to the bridge, the exit. By the way, there's a nice big parking lot here at the Great Gulf Wilderness, which includes trash and a toilet. Back to the car. This concludes my little trip to Osgood Tentsite. It was nice. The most exciting thing ended up being those winds in the night, howling down in sets of gusts. Amazing, amazing wind there. Very happy it didn't crush my tent.